Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 6 of The Football Bond, a podcast between dad and daughter. Hi, I'm Kara. I'm the daughter. This week, dad is traveling, so it is just me. So we're not going to cover every game. We're going to go over a couple, go over the games that we picked, and let's get into it. All right, we have to start with Thursday night, obviously, because as y'all know, I'm a Dallas fan, and I hate the Eagles with every being in my body. And they lost to the Giants. And 34-17, that was the best final score to see, because all the Eagles fans were hating, saying, oh, y'all barely beat the Giants. Giants whooped y'all. They simply outplayed them. The Eagles, they've got a lot of issues that I think they've had since the beginning of the season that are just now coming to light. But the Giants and Jackson Dart, Jackson Dart, he looks good. He does need to learn how to slide, but we've already covered that. But no, they keep it up. I could see them going pretty far. I don't think they're really going to do that well in the playoffs, but as a young team, I think they're doing pretty good. The next game we're going to cover is the Rams and the Ravens. And Dad's a Rams fan. We're Georgia fans, so Matthew Stafford. The Ravens look awful. They look so bad. Without Lamar, they have no defense. I don't know what's happening with Derrick Henry, but I think they need to find a new backup quarterback, because the Ravens as, oh, that's Lamar's team. Like that's Lamar Jackson's team. Well, right now it's Cooper Rush's team, and he don't know what to do with it. They need help. They need a lot of help. So, they lost 17-3. That's just bad. Dallas and Carolina. Carolina beat Dallas 30-27. And I will say it was a good game. It wasn't the best game, obviously, because we lost. However, Dallas needs so much help in their secondary that it's not even funny. I've got people just standing out there while they're letting people score touchdowns. So, Jerry, one of these days you're going to listen to me, and you're going to pay the people that we need. Let's see, what other games are really good? Oh, the Bucks and 49ers. I'm not a 49ers fan. I'm also not a Buccaneers fan. I do not like Baker Mayfield. However, Baker Mayfield knows what he's doing. Y'all passed him around from team to team, and he got signed to practice squads and all this, and then he went to Tampa Bay, and he is proving that all those other people should have been listening to him. They should have had faith in him, because he is playing the best football of his life. And he might be a little cocky. He might have a little bit of an attitude problem, but he backs every bit of that on that football field. So, 49ers, they're still dealing with so many injuries, it's not even funny. I know coming up this week, I think Kittle's coming back. But they've got more injuries, I think, than half of the NFL combined. And I don't know, I think somebody needs to look into that, because I don't think that's too normal. All right, moving on to the Packers and the Bengals. We picked this game this week. I picked the Packers. Dad picked the Bengals. I didn't have faith in Jake Browning, and I'm glad I didn't, because they lost 27-18. Jake Browning. Joe Flacco. Ha! No, I don't know. Just like the Ravens, Cincinnati, it's like you need Joe Burrow. Their defense didn't play too well. Obviously they're going against the Packers, which the Packers haven't done too crazy this year. It was good to see them win. Obviously, Cowboys fans, Micah Parsons, he's making plays. He's not doing what they thought he was going to do in Green Bay, because in all reality, they didn't need him as bad as some of the other teams did. But it's good to see a little bit of change. Jordan Love played good, per usual. I'm interested to see if Joe Flacco and the Bengals can do something this season. Obviously, them losing Joe Burrow is one of the hardest hits. I mean, you lose your starting quarterback on any team, and it hurts. So, hopefully he'll get there. He'll get a little bit more comfortable, get ready for the next week, and who knows, we might see a win. Sunday night. I'm a Lions fan. I love Dan Campbell. I love Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, they're just overall an amazing organization. It's not that I'm not a Chiefs fan. They're just not my favorite. I don't like Patrick Mahomes. That's just a personal thing. But Chiefs just overall outplayed them. The Chiefs looked really, really good Sunday night. I mean, Patrick was connecting with Travis Kelce on multiple different occasions. They finally looked like they were wanting to play football this week, which, Lord knows, we've been waiting for that all year. I mean, we're only going into week 7, but they just haven't looked like they've wanted to play football. And it's as simple as that. So it was good to see them get a win. It was good to see them play pretty good. Wish it wasn't against the Lions, but, you know. All right, obviously, I had to switch it up. I had to borrow Dad's Bills jersey, even though they lost to the Falcons. I was actually out of town for these games, so I didn't really get to watch the Bills-Falcons game too much. But when I did, the Bills looked awful. And that hurts to say because they started out so good, and then they lost to the Patriots and now the Falcons. I mean, teams lose. The chances of an NFL team going undefeated the entire season are slim to none because one person could have an off day, and that's all it takes. Did the Falcons do anything crazy? I mean, Bijan Robinson and Drake London are two of the best things that have ever happened to Atlanta. Obviously, we had Atlanta season tickets, so we always have a little bit of love for Atlanta. It was good to see them come out with a win. I mean, they beat the Bills. That says a lot for them considering they lost to the Panthers 30-0. So I think they needed that one. All right, like I said, this is going to be a really short episode this week. I don't have Dad, so I don't have my banter. We're not giggling like always. But I will say, going into week 7, we pick games just for fun. I mean, we do this for fun. It's our bond. That's why our podcast is called The Football Bond, because I'm his baby, and sometimes the boys just don't like football. So far off of the games that we picked, we both went 3-1. No, I went 3-1 this week. Dad went 2-2. So he is 12-8 and I'm 11-9. So I'm catching up to him a little bit. I need him to lose one more game. This week we are picking Miami versus the Browns. I'm taking Miami. I think that Miami can clean it up. I think that they have all the right pieces to the puzzle. I think they're slowly figuring out that those pieces actually go together. So I'm interested to see how this game goes. I mean, it's the Browns and Dylan Gabriel. So logically, they should win. Dad is picking the Browns. Why? I couldn't tell you. Next up, Chargers and Colts. And if you've been watching, you know Dad loves Justin Herbert. Obviously, we love Ladd McConkey. I just can't do it. Dad's picking the Chargers. I'm picking the Colts. Daniel Jones and what they've got going on in Indianapolis right now, they need to keep it up. They look the best I think Indianapolis has looked since before I was alive. That says a lot. So I'm interested to see how two really good quarterbacks play, how their defenses play against each other. That's going to be a good little competition. I'm excited for it. Obviously, we're picking the Vikings over the Eagles. Both of us are, because we don't like the Eagles. I'm not saying we like the Vikings, but we don't like the Eagles. So, and last game we're picking. I swear we pick the same teams every week, but some of these schedules have just been impossible for you to pick other games. we're picking Bucks versus Lions. Dad is picking the Bucks. He is sticking with Baker Mayfield. I think somewhere in the back of his mind, he thinks that Baker Mayfield's going to take him to the Super Bowl or something. I have no idea. I disagree. I like Igbuka, but that's about it. I'm going Lions. I'm sticking with Dan Campbell, sticking with what I know, what I love. I think that's got potential to be a really good game, so I'm excited to see how that one goes. Yeah, so we'll see. This episode is a little bit late. Like I said, I was out of town. Dad's been out of town. It's been a little crazy around here. So tonight we actually have a game, so we will see what happens there. Next week, I think I'm going to be by myself again because Dad will be out of town again. So who knows? Drop some comments. Let me know. Maybe we can do like a top 5 QB, top 5 running back, something like that. Make sure you follow us on TikTok. Make sure and follow us on Instagram. Everything is at The Football Bond. Yeah. Thank y'all.